What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am Onell Elliott. This is Onell Media, and you are awesome. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about an extremely underrated piece of equipment. Today I want to talk to you guys about the GoPro Hero. Now, I know what you're thinking. Action camera, I could do all types of stuff with it when it comes to action. Strap it to me, have it hanging off of something, helicopters, different things, right? But people don't actually think about how incredible this thing is for getting cinematic footage. See, there are times that you have situations where your camera just won't fit. This thing right here, I couldn't stuff this inside of a blender to get a blender shot, right? It's not, first of all, man, not sticking this inside of a blender. But even if I could, you know, the price wouldn't let me. But this right here, dump it anywhere. And also with a plethora of different attachments, you have different things that you could do with this. So I want to show you guys a quick little video. I'll show you the video and then I'll show you how I set everything up. So just take a look at this video, guys, and see the different ways that I actually use the GoPro Hero to be able to get some pretty funky shots that I probably wouldn't get with a larger camera. Yes, sir. And this was just me getting a shot for the thumbnail using the Sony Imaging Edge app, which typically does not work very well for me. So if you guys have any other apps I could use to control my camera from far away, please let me know. But that was just getting a shot so I could have a still for my thumbnail. I like to take pictures for my thumbnail. Some people take grabs from the video. I found out that is much more crisp, clean, and easier for me to edit and post when I actually shoot a raw picture. Nah, let me quit playing with y'all. Now, I took my picture with my trusty A7 III. The settings were actually in aperture priority mode. I didn't want to have to dial in anything, so I put it on aperture priority mode so the camera could figure it out for itself. But I do have the Samyang 18mm 2.8 autofocusing lens right here. On this, I have a 82mm adapter. I actually get all of my lens anything, which is the Pro Mist filter or the Peter McKinnon variable ND filter with the Pro Mist. Yes, I got that one. But for this right here, this is just a Pro Mist filter. I like having that dreamy effect on there. And whenever you could get the Imaging Edge app to work for Sony, I'm able to do some things like this. But now I'll show you guys the setup for the camera. I always try to shoot in 24 frames per second, so I have my shutter at 1/50th f2.8. Now here's the thing about me. I use a Peter McKinnon variable ND filter, and with that I'm able to adjust how much light is coming into my lens and through the sensor to my camera. Since I can control that with the Peter McKinnon filter, I tend to leave my camera at the highest ISO that I could leave it at, that it looks clean. So with the Sony FX3, which I'm shooting on, it has a dual native ISO, 640 I believe and 1280. Okay, but I keep it at the 12800 because I want to be able to just keep that clean image. And if it's in low light, I could adjust the variable ND. If it's in very bright light, I could still adjust the variable ND. The only time I really have to change that is when I'm shooting somewhere where it's really, really bright. Alright, so the first thing is I want to get the shot with the main camera first, and I want to get a full view of everything. Now for some of the more creative shots, I'm going to be using this GoPro here, and this is an older GoPro, so I can't actually frame myself with the front of the GoPro, but I have this little cool mirror thing that I bought that shows me the back. So yeah, that is what it is. But first shots we're going to be getting on this main camera right here, and I'm going to be doing the full scene. So I'm going to run through the full scene wide, and then I'm going to come in and do more of a mid shot from the front, and then I'm going to get all of my shots that I want to get that are more creative with the GoPro. Alright, so I did not like that angle or the view, but I found a better view. This is why it's good to get a heavy duty, real cinematography tripod, because this thing gets really, really high. Like, look at me standing next to it. Ow, you guys saw that. Look at me standing next to it. It is completely over my head, so I'm able to get more high up shots, and I want this to be like you guys are watching in on me doing this whimsical, stupid thing that a lot of us tend to do, but I want you to see it more from up top. So now I have a better shot. That, and sometimes you make a mistake. I forgot that I'm using a GoPro for some of these shots, so when I sat up, I kind of rolled over and jumped out of the bed on the first one. What I want to do is sit straight up, so when I do the GoPro shot, I can have it in front of me and sit straight up, like the person is looking at me from my view, or just from my plane and moving with me as I'm going. Now I'm gonna check to see if I got that shot. If I did get the shot that I wanted to get the shot, then I'm gonna move to my GoPro shots. Now I have a shot list, and what I keep my shot list on is an app called Milanote. If you have not used Milanote, I think I'm gonna do a whole video on Milanote, but let me know in the comments if you want to see that. But if you have not used Milanote, it is the simplest way to keep your shot list together, because I guarantee you, no matter how many times you go over it the night before in your head, you are going to forget some of your shots that you want to take. So always use something to plan out your shots. What's going on, guys? Hey, I like that last shot, so what I'm going to be doing this time around is I'm going to be shooting it with the GoPro. Now, I am using a flat profile as well as using 60 frames per second, just in case I have to slow it down or do anything crazy like that, because I want to get some creative shots of not just my face and my expressions, but also of me doing things like grabbing the phone from the phone's perspective. So now we're going to get into that. Let's go. Fall into the other room, and then I'm gonna have my hands come out, shoot out, grab the door or the frame and pull myself out, and then I'm gonna start running down the stairs. I'm gonna also do this same shot with the GoPro from the GoPro's perspective. So I'm going to run out of the room, then I'm gonna fall into the other room, then I'm gonna come back out, and I'm gonna show myself running down the steps, because the very next scene, I need the GoPro to get the shot. All right. running, run down the steps, I'm going to trip. And then you're going to see me falling from the perspective of the GoPro. Because I think that's just a cool shot, you know? So let's see if we can get it, all right? I got that on first try. I do not want to fall again. Now, another thing that comes into play is because the GoPro is actually made for action and it's made to be in tight corner spaces from time to time. Because it's so small, you can actually use it to get some very unique shots. One shot that I want to get just to see if it comes out looking any good is I want to show my face smacking the floor when I trip. Now we have done all of that to get to here, to my studio, to my office. And the camera's gonna be set up right here. Getting a shot of me right here going to the table, but me being smooth, right? I'm gonna try to do my Macaulay Culkin slide over to my chair, sit down, and then I'm gonna put on one of my hats because I am the Zad Hat Zaddy. Why wouldn't I have on a hat? Yeah. Let's see if we could get it though. First try, first try, first try. First try! Hey, your boy snap!
Alright man, that's about it. That sums it up. I gave you guys all of the sauce. But just remember, this thing right here, as little as it may be, and there are things that are crippled with this because it has such a small sensor. Really low light, it struggles, but it's usable for very small clips. So, this thing right here is a little cinematic beast just in your hands. It's an incredible thing to have with you. And let me know if you guys learned anything, if you had anything to put in with what I already said. And just mention it down in the comments. Also, if you really rock with me, I'm rocking with ya. You guys made it all the way to the end of the video. You are the fam. Give me that. All right. Please check out some more of my videos if you like this content. I have a lot more in store for you guys and also a lot more that I've already done. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, beat up that like button if you liked it. All right. Yeah, with that being said, peace. I love you guys.